All right, YouTube, what's going on? So I am back again, and I am trying to make it work on a Mac Mini OBS. It's been a long time since I've used anything like that, and I am tripping. I gotta give thanks mostly to Miss Realistic for helping me get this thing going. She's rad. I'm subscribed to her. You should subscribe to her. And let's do this. So we're both fully new to Tom Macdonald right now, and we dig the F out of this guy. He's killing it. You know, it's the things that he's singing about that make it so great. And I had some people on my channel request that I check out the song Castles. Randall, that's you. A couple other people on there also mentioned this song Castles. So judging by the name of the song, I don't really know what to expect, except maybe it's singing about other rappers living in their castles, throwing their money around. I don't know. I've got it pulled up here, so let's get into this. And just crank the volume up so it can mess with my eardrums a little bit, yo. All right, let's do this. I can tell already just the vibe of this song is good. I like it. These guys requesting me do this song must know me a little from some of my previous videos. Okay, let's do this.
I see you with the liquor store, leaving with the cheapest can of beer on the shelf. You ain't living on the street, but you barely making rent, and I relate cause I'm struggling myself. I see you smile at the clerk when you fumble through your purse. I just wish I had a little more to help. I imagine where you live and how you feel.
I see where Tom's going with this one. I get a little emotional at times when it comes down to this whole kind of vibe. And I've seen in other music videos before where, you know, you see them in black and white. They morph from one face to another face. And when you see that, and you see, like Tom's talking about, the pain almost, the history that you have no clue about on people. So yeah, let's check out some more of this song.
What you love and who you'll be if you can make it out your hell. I see you at the bus stop, looking at the sidewalk, smoking out a cigarette, waiting for a ride. Kinda limp when you walk another way. When you talk, you're ashamed, I can see it in your eyes. Probably got a NASCAR shirt and a car that you love, but you're here cause you're too afraid to drive. It's been almost 10 years since the day that you crashed. Can't forget about the little boy's life. Everybody's got a story. If you look a little closer, you can see it in the wrinkles in their face.
Already, I tell you right now, like, listening to this song makes me, you know, not think about my own shit, my own drama, but mostly how I treat people, you know. I'm outspoken, and I'm too quick to bust on somebody, and I don't know. Let's hear the rest of this song. Wait, let me take it back a little bit now that I can do that here. I almost want to go back to the whole song.
It's been almost 10 years since the day that you crashed. Can't forget about the little boy's life. Everybody's got a story. If you look a little closer, you can see it in the wrinkles in their face. They can hide it in the silence, they can bury it and fight it, but it comes out when the hair is turning gray. You can feel it if you touch them, you can tell that they are troubled. You can hear the story running through their veins. We all travel different roads and we put on different clothes. Underneath it all, we're really all the same. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
Wait, take it back there. What did he say? Let me go back on this.
By the secrets we hold, we could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown.
We can fill our coffins with the rocks they've thrown. So clearly that's the way we take it, right? Either we focus on the haters, the shit talk, the doubt, the unbelief. We take it and we let it bury us. Wow. Or Or I know I caught the other line because that was the one that made me go back. But I don't remember. Let's check this out. Wait, I'm going to take it back again.
We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
Wow. We can fill our coffins with the rocks that they've thrown. Or, you take that criticism, that shit talk, and you let it build you up. You let it create the foundation that you stand on. You're a stronger foundation because it just hasn't been handed to you. You've had to work for it. You've had to stay focused. You've had to get yourself up out of the mud and do it over again. And in the end, you build your castles with the sticks and the stones. All right, let's check it out again.
We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. I see you sitting on the front porch playing with a radio, looking to the sky. Probably living in that house all alone these days, trying to find a better way to pass time. Got a wheelchair ramp leading up to the door, I can see that you walk just fine. Probably hate it because it isn't getting used anymore, and you only ever build it for your wife. Everywhere that...
Wow, dude, wow. So, I lost my mom about 6 months ago. And it makes me think about, my dad walking around the house. A little background on my mom and my dad's situation. My mom had a condition called suicide disease. And basically they call it that because when someone has suicide disease, they ask their loved ones to basically end it for them, that kind of thing. So for about 10 years, and when people have this condition, they have these like stabbing pains like in their brain or their jaw. I mean, with my mom, it was really jaw related. And it would be a sharp pain that would just make her scream like a suicidal kind of, it was torment. You know what? And it makes me think about all my dad had to go through in that 10 years, and I mean, what did Tom mention? A handicap access, that this guy obviously doesn't need, but he's pushing his wife in and out of the house, and when she passed, I went out to help my dad, and my dad was just so grateful I got there because he had me there, able to help him lift my mom from the chair to the bathroom, to the bed, and there at the end, it got to a point where this one time when I first got there, my mom was a large lady. She'd lost a lot of weight, but she was still substantial, and she had to go to the bathroom, and I put my arm under her. We had issues. I put my arm under her and I picked her up off her feet and I stood up, and, my mom for the last 3 months having my dad, 72-year-old trying to pick her up, it was a real struggle, she had a lot of bruises on her skin. She was having kidney failure, and it's basically what she was dying of. And I picked her up and my mom said, "Oh my God." She's tugging on my dad's shirt and said, "Did you feel that? How strong he was?" And I don't know. This is a deep song, man. This has got to be my favorite. I like this kind of music. I like being able to reflect. And what really makes me think in this song is seeing other people like that, Let's get back into this one. I want to go back a little bit here.
Probably hate it because it isn't getting used anymore, and you only ever build it for your wife. Everywhere that I walk, see you on the sidewalk, begging for a little loose change for some dough. Probably got a mama and a papa spending everything they make, trying to clean you up enough to take you home. Used to have a good job, used to get good grades, used to have big dreams, then you lost hope. When your girlfriend died, giving birth to your son, you're the father that'll probably never know.
Whoa. Wow. That's intense. That's intense. Wow. Kids out there not knowing their dads. You just don't know the story, you know? You don't know the story. I did a skateboarding video on my other channel, and at the end of the video, I'm riding bikes with my 6-year-old son, and he's got a backpack on. He's on his BMX bike with his helmet and his gloves, and he's got I think he's wearing a jersey in the video, but he's like pedaling hard, and we're listening to music, and I'm talking to the camera about, you know, my cup runneth over. My cup runneth over. That's my little Grom right there, man. Tell you what, for those of you who don't have children yet, do it, man. Don't worry about what the situation of the world looks like. Don't live in fear like that. Everything's gonna be okay. I'm gonna enjoy this moment, guys. So I'm gonna check out right here. I'm talking about my son with this kind of love, you know, and I get a comment from a subscriber, and he goes, so I guess this is what it's like to have a dad. Boom. You know, things like that. Like, you meet that guy on the street, you have no idea that he's missing that. You have no idea that that other person's been abused their whole life, or, you know, maybe someone was in a cult, or someone just buried their wife, you know. So when I act up and I start acting like an asshole to somebody because his cell phone's loud in the restaurant, or he's using FaceTime or something, like, don't necessarily know if he's just being lame, you know, or if he's maybe had the worst week of his life. And it just makes me think about me and about trying to be more patient with people. And
everybody has a tale that they're too afraid to tell. You can see it in the cracks in their hands. They can cover it with smiles. If you walk a couple miles in their shoes, then you'll know where they stand. Everyone who really lived had to climb out of a ditch. They were in before they found the right path. If you want to know the truth about what we've been going through, then try to put your phone away so you can ask.
Put your phone away so you can ask. You know what? If we were more like that in this world, people would be there for us, you know? We could be there for other people and find out what they're doing. Sometimes, use the name tag, you know? Follow another YouTuber who says that always when he signs off his show. Use the name tag, folks. It's so true. Sometimes, hey, thank you. No, I have a thing where I always like to thank a server at the end of the meal. You know, when they give me really good service, I always stop to say, yo, Joe, that was some of the best service I ever had at a table. Thank you so much for treating us like that. All right. I'm going to go back a couple seconds here.
Going through and try to put your phone away so you can ask. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We are the neighbors that you'll never meet. We are the strangers walking.
You know, it's funny that I'm reacting to this song right now, because in my own life, I always lived in the country. I had properties, 30 acres, 5 acres, you know. You hardly ever met your neighbors out in SoCal. And now that I'm out here in Texas, in a cul-de-sac situation with children, and the children know the other children, and we got into BMX bikes, and I got a big 29er BMX bike, and we go out every single night, and we're starting now to collect families that ride with us. So, we have 9, we have 10, won't be long, and we'll have 20 people on these rides with us, and we're really getting to know all of our neighbors and all of their situations, and just being able to communicate, hey, they believe like this, we believe like this. It just gets a conversation going, because it doesn't really matter about arguing any of this nonsense in life, because, man, you're your own universe. You make the decisions what you believe or not. So why argue about any of it? Instead, get to know these people and make human contact. And I think that's what's pissed me off the most about these, because everybody's hiding. And I think since cell phones, everybody's gone into more of a shell. There's another world, and they spend more time in this other world, and they spend less time with the people who are actually around them. In having kids, for me, it's brought me out there even more. The YouTube thing, even more. I'm not shy at all to anyone, and I think that's how come this song can affect me the way it does, is because I'm knowing people like this now. I know most of the neighbors on my whole street, and I really like that. Some I don't care for. Most I really like. They're all different, but they're all awesome in their own way.
Down your street.
Wait. Gotta go back somewhere.
Are the strangers walking down your street? We are a million faces in the crowd. We are the ones the system's tearing down. We are the people working to survive. We are more than just our 9 to 5s. We are.
I gotta tell a story. So the other day, actually this is about 2 weeks ago, we had a trash collection pickup in my neighborhood, and they just give you a notice and say, anything you want to get rid of, leave it out on your curb. So in my neighborhood, the day before this pickup, everybody starts driving their trucks around, and we put a bunch of old kids' bikes, the bikes our kids rode before they got the nice, cool BMX bikes they have now. So these are like box store specials out on the street. And this dude comes by. He's grabbing a couple of the bikes in his truck, and I ask him, and he's a Mexican dude. I love Mexican people. I love Mexican culture, I love all of it. Like looking at this screen right here, I love the diversity. And when people would talk about cultural appropriation, it doesn't make sense to me. It's more like cultural appreciation. Makes me think back to what was that one movie? Fools Rush In. I don't remember the actor's name, but if you remember that movie, he marries a hot Salma Hayek Mexican woman because of a baby, and her relatives deck out his house, and he's a New Yorker, and they deck it out with all the bright cultural colors, and Jesus on this massive cross, and it's a hilariously funny movie. But I honestly love the culture. I love all the different cultures. I think it's what keeps life interesting, right? Diversity, I like that. I really like the way Tom has it laid out like this. So to get back to that story, this nice Mexican dude rolls up, looks like he's a construction worker. He's got his work truck, and he's loading up all these bicycles that were in front of our house. And I asked him, hey, I got this, and this in my garage. You want to come check it out? I had this really big chop saw. And it's massive, expensive, and I just didn't want it anymore. I'm trying to clean out my garage and make room, and he comes in, and he's like, thinking I want to sell it. And I'm like, no, you can just have it. And then I give him some other tools, and then I tell him about this generator I got this $1,500, $2,000 Honda generator. had some clogged fuel in the carburetor, and this guy goes, you know what, let me come out and see if I can help you fix it. You know, he's just going to pay it forward, like hook me up, you know. And he comes out, after talking to him, he's going to fix it under my shade tree. And in talking to him, I find out that he owns a construction company that does concrete for all the big apartment complexes out here near Austin, Texas. And it dawns on me that this dude's actually super wealthy. And then I noticed that he didn't pull up in the same truck he had that day. He pulled up in a really super loaded Chevy 2021, you know, something brand new and an expensive, you know, $60,000, $70,000 pickup. I don't even know. But he worked for about 4 hours. He fixed our mower. He fixed our generator. And it dawned on me that this guy's more like an angel, you know, come out to help out our family just because we were generous with him. He wanted to pay it back, you know. And then I tried to pay him. And he wouldn't take any money. He wouldn't tell me what he wanted. I tried to give him $300. He wouldn't even take that. He was getting to the point where he was getting mad about me trying to make him take it. And I'll tell you what, it's like, if I didn't take the time to go out and meet this guy on the curb and that whole thing that went on there, I mean, that generator's hard enough for me to just get in the truck to take it somewhere to get it repaired. You know, and I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. So next time the power outs out here in Texas, we'll be good to go for a while. We'll have a generator, you know, nice big one. All right, anyway, stories. Let's go back a little bit.
More than just our 9 to 5. We are the shopping malls and streetcars. We all want, it's time to tell them just who we are. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
Dude, I love that. Wow. You guys that recommend I listen to this song, perfect. Thank you for the subscriptions I have. I'm going to keep doing this. You know, thank you to Miss Realistic. I'm glad you got this so I could use it today, even though you're the booming YouTuber and I'm like, I'm really happy for your success, hon. I love you. Peace out.